What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Predator Hunting Grounds video. For those that don't know, the Predator Hunting Grounds trial weekend is this weekend, March 27th through the 29th, and there's a lot to know before you dive into it. And let me tell you, Predator Hunting Grounds looks extremely exciting, so hopefully all you guys jump on this weekend. But let's do a little bit of a breakdown. Everything you need to know before diving into Predator Hunting Grounds this weekend. First of all, let's start with the basics. Predator Hunting Grounds is a 4v1 multiplayer experience, one person being Predator, four others being elite soldiers. But what's interesting about Predator Hunting Grounds is the fact that it's not just you on the map. There's also a team of AI soldiers out there that are basically terrorists who you'll be taking on in the meantime. This hot remote jungle location harbors a significant presence of hostile guerrilla forces and operatives from the rogue project Stargazer, a former government program now attempting to gain financially from discovering alien tech. Both Fireteam and Predator players will have to contend against these dangerous enemies while facing each other. So ultimately, this isn't just a Friday the 13th the game experience or a Dead by Daylight experience where it's killer and you guys go at each other. There's also somebody in between that both the Predator and the Fireteam will have to be dealing with along the way, and there's a lot of mission-based objectives as well that the Fireteam will have to accomplish in order to escape the Predator. If you choose to play as a member of the Fireteam, you know this isn't your average group of soldiers. This group is elite and extremely deadly. While taking on Predator one-on-one is very difficult, as a group you can work together to turn tables on the hunter or to complete the mission and escape. Each time you enter the jungle, one of a number of missions is randomly selected to present a constantly shifting gameplay experience. Each mission consists of multiple smaller objectives that must be completed in order to get to the chopper. I personally think this is a genius way to go about the game. It'll keep things fresh. Ideally, you're constantly playing something different and not repeating the same objectives over and over again. This is one of the things that can make not only F13 stale, but Dead by Daylight stale as well when you're constantly doing the same thing. Originally, when Friday the 13th the game was happening, their plan was to adjust the maps and have the maps be different every single time and have the layout be different every time. That really didn't work out so much, and players figured it out pretty quickly. Hopefully, with missions changing like this, we'll see more and more versatility, and you'll be able to have a more longevity when it comes to Predator Hunting Grounds. In one mission, you and your team are asked to cut off fuel to the local guerrillas, who are buying massive fuel shipments from an elusive black market contact. You're being sent to find the fuel stores and destroy them, disrupting operations in the area for the foreseeable future. Once the fuel has been dealt with, you'll need to find the black market operative and take them off the board. In addition to this mission and hunting the Predator if you choose, you could be asked to accomplish multiple other random missions like sabotage an explosive solar array in enemy camps, destroy dangerous weapon stores, set fire to narcotics, clean up contaminated water sources, and many, many more. See, those are the little things I'm talking about that just kind of takes Predator Hunting Grounds ideally to a whole other level that we haven't seen in asymmetrical horror to date. This should, based on what we're reading here, should be pretty exciting and again allow for more longevity. But now you must realize that there are multiple classes for the Fireteam squad, 3 of which out of the 4 will be in the trial weekend this weekend. There are 4 Fireteam classes in Predator Hunting Grounds, and during this trial weekend we'll be showcasing 3: Assault, Scout, and Support. The Assault class is a well-rounded specialist with an affinity for leading the mission. If staying light on your feet is important, choose Scout, a quick, agile soldier that can cover the combat areas at great speed. Lastly, you can choose to play as Support. This is the Fireteam member they call in to really soak up the damage with their extra health and damage resistance. In addition to choosing your Fireteam class, you can choose from a wide range of weapons providing different tactical options. During this trial weekend, you can choose from a selection from each weapon type category, for example, shotgun, assault rifles, snipers, etc. As someone who's a big first-person shooter fan, love Call of Duty and things like that, this seems like a lot of fun. You're mixing my 2 favorite things, horror movies and first-person shooter games, combining ideally into this perfect combination. What's so cool about that is you also are able to level up your guns as you go on and add things like scopes and extended magazines, etc., just like any other first-person shooter game. So you actually have things to strive for, objectives to go for, on top of having some versatility when it comes to the missions that you're playing. All around, this all sounds extremely exciting. Now let's move on and talk about the Predator. For the Predator, there are 3 different classes: Hunter, Berserker, and Scout. Every class of Predator has its strengths and weaknesses. During the trial weekend, you'll be able to navigate across treetops as the Hunter class. This Predator class is well balanced and an adaptive warrior capable of taking on a number of situations with ease. Players will be able to choose between the female and male hunter and even select different armor to customize their own look. So again, very different. You're allowed to pick multiple classes for Predator, and not to mention you also have his array of weaponry and weaponry that you can also upgrade throughout. People talk about all the time how they wish Jason was upgradable. You could unlock things as Jason in the future and change how you play. In Predator, you'll be able to do just that. As the deadliest hunter in the universe, you have access to a plethora of off-world tech and weaponry. This classic arsenal will be the foundation of each Predator loadout. The plasma caster for ranged combat, the wrist blades for close encounters, infrared vision mode to track down your prey, and advanced cloaking for staying stealthy. Other weapons, perks, and gear will be available for unlock as players level up, such as the smart disc, combo stick, and more. And just one last thing you can do to kill the fire team if you're really in a bad spot. You are able to self-destruct, which I think is just so freaking cool. Beautiful ending, just like the original Predator. And the fact that you do that in the game, I think is really special. Of course, what happens if you kill them all when you self-destruct? Is that the end of the game in that situation? I guess we'll just have to find out and see. All around, extremely excited for Predator Hunting Grounds, and we'll be diving into it this week. We'll be live streaming it, having videos of it, so please, if you haven't already, subscribe and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of the Predator Hunting Grounds content that we are about to drop. But that is going to wrap up today's video. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Are you excited for Predator Hunting Grounds, which will be available, again, PS4 and PC this weekend, March 27th through the 29th. Hope to see you in-game. And with that, of course, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.